365 Days of Horsemanship. A nice quiet day today. I have just finished a 12-hour shift, so feeling a little, I guess tired is the right word. And I think the kind of phrase for the day is being instead of doing. Because I turned up and decided to go to Mijas first with the halter, big intentions, wanted to get the halter on and come and ride. And she didn't really want the halter on, and I tried a couple times and it was just not, the vibe wasn't right, and I ended up coming to the cardinal question, which I always give the same answer to, which is basically that I never really want my horses to do anything that they don't want to do, because I don't really see the point. I don't see the joy. Like, for me, if she's not coming with me to do it, if we're not doing it together, the enjoyment isn't really there for me. It excites me when, like yesterday, I come up with the halter and she's keen for me to put it on, and she demonstrates that outwardly with her behaviour. And actually, you know, the difference today is sort of stark and obvious comparably. And okay, for whatever reason, today's not the day. So then the question becomes what to do instead. And just thought, you know what I want to do in that case is I just want to have a sit down in the sunshine with the horses in the herd. And while I was sitting and enjoying and actually having a couple of horses come up to say hi, and did some nose to nose, which was lovely. Breathing in horse breath is like the best smell in the world, and just really energizing, calming, lots of good happy chemicals releasing, and felt that connection come, just like that flow of water downhill, just easy, just like that. And I think just realizing the importance of, and when I say showing up, you know, I think I started this 365 days project with a big burst of motivation and discipline to make myself show up physically for the horses. And now I'm kind of in a position where I'm kind of, I think, growing up into the next step, which is not just showing up for the horses physically, but how do I show up for them emotionally as well? And so I'm starting to understand that that's really where the magic happens, you know, quality over quantity and all that. And I think today it really made me realize and understand that the very first step, the key step, is to have that connection within myself first. Whatever I need to get connected to that situation, whatever my needs are that I need to take care of, have to take precedent. Because if my needs are not being met, I'm not going to be able to show up for that relationship. And you know, today I felt tired, I felt a little sad, and showing up for my horses today meant showing up with those emotions. And I think actually showing up with them, saying, hey, this is me, this is where I'm at, was a lot more powerful than pushing through to do a thing. And actually what ended up happening was, by being a thing, namely myself, I invited authentic moments and relationships between myself and the horses, rather than transactional requests and counter requests. And I think that kind of got me thinking more like, when I'm looking at the medium term and the long term, I think it's very easy to like watch Elsa do amazing things with Ari and see the things that are happening, see the things that are being done. And actually the reason those things are being done is because both of them are being involved and invested in that relationship. And you can't ice the cake if there's no cake to ice. And actually, I think now it's like learning how to give myself permission to bake the cake and not to necessarily turn up with all the icing and just say, well, there's going to be a cake, so I'm going to make there be a cake. It's like, no, actually, what do I need today? Where do I need to find the ingredients for myself to really come to this time together with an open and authentic version of myself and say, hey, this is me today, how are you today? Because this is a relationship, it's a two-way street. And yeah, so that was really profound, I think. I left Mia I tried to leave Mia once on her looking up to look at me. Some of the other horses had come over to see me. And then when I went to leave, Rayo actually came to catch me, which was super sweet. So I sat back down again, hung out with him for a little bit, hung out with Sevillano for a little bit, and then waited again for Mia to look up. And she did, looked up at the environment, had a nice little moment of curiosity. So I left there, went to see Lawrence, and actually, yeah, spent a bit of time sitting down next to Lawrence and playing with, just stroking his legs and just taking that first moment of little bit of change, little bit of curiosity, just him pulling the grass in a different way, to stop my stroking and just be in flow. And yeah, it was just a really easy game for me to play in a way that I could feel interested and connected and relaxed and like I was taking care of my needs. And so yeah, I feel energized, I feel keen and excited. I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I'm at a wedding, but the next day after I will be here, and I feel keen and excited to be here. And I feel this like sense of excitement and freedom that I'm kind of like, I'm going to let myself do whatever I want. Oh my God, how exciting. So no, it's like the smallest thing, but I'm excited about it. And I think that, yeah, showing up, what it really means, is definitely the thing that's on my mind today.